This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, amazing. They've been playing golf on these hallowed links lands since the 15th century.
And hopefully they'll play for many and more a year, because every great player that's ever played this game has walked over Swilcan Bridge.
Frank, this is such an historic, iconic spot. When you tee off for the first hole at the Old Course, are you nervous? You're intimidated? Inspired?
All of the above. You realize you're about to set foot on one of the hallowed grounds of golf where every great player has played. And it looks like a relatively simple hole, out of bounds down the right, and then the Swilcan Burn starts to meander its way all the way down the right side and in front of that first green. So you'd like, especially if you're a little nervous, to have a nice full shot in for your second. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the Old Course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing, to say the least.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Frank, many golfers unaccustomed to the full effects of the wind and playing without a caddy watch with great intent as their well-struck approach shot ends up, 1, not only short of the hole, but 2, short of the green, and 3, short of the burn by some 10 yards.
Yeah, you only need a puff of breeze, really, because it comes over the mound that's behind that first green. And for some reason, that second shot always seems to play that sort of 3 or 4 yards longer, even for the best players in the game.
Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Has this putt for birdie. And now at 1 under for the round. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, because the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that
easy. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. So on the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. What makes the Old Course at St. Andrews so memorable is not just the round of golf, but it's the setting. It's the old town. It's people watching from the windows nearby. All of that makes it really a good experience. Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay. Really. This is an awkward length.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. So 2 under early on. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Did the job right there. On the tee box here at the third now, Frank, all these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in a kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the Old Course?
No, well, you can. This hole, the third hole, even shorter than the second, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little pitch or short wedge across that big gaping bunker that protects both the third and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
That is just a beautiful shot. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Moving a little left of the flagstick, Frank. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Makes the putt and moving in the right direction. 2 under par. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the fourth at the Old Course.
Yeah, that new championship tee has really made 4 a very hard par 4. 2 ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative. But either way, tough second shot.
Good tee shot right in the short grass.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
Second shot from 130. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Now playing the second here at the par 4. This is a good-looking shot. Getting set now over the putt. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Par 5s, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this 5th hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Couldn't ask for too much better here.
Oh, that's fine.
This has really been an airtight performance to this point. Just flawless. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
But they don't come around too often. Opportunities for eagle. You want to seize it if you get the chance. This is a good one here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Well, she's just made it look easy out there today. Swing has been rhythmical, tempo's been good, and really has played outstanding golf.
Should be safely on deck.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. And he has it for birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Seven under on the day. Back here at the Open Championship on the 7th hole here at the Old Course.
Yeah, blind tee shot. This is one hole that really does advantage the long hitter. They can get it very close to this green, but this green has got some amazing undulations in it.
Good contact, good result. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Well, this one's sweet, Frank. Super. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. The second shot now to the par 4. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
can't birdie them all, Rich.
Has this putt for birdie. So with that make, now at 7 under par. Did the job right there. Now to the par 3-8. Frank, what's the best way to go at it?
Well, for these players, straight at the flag. This is the first par 3 you'll see, and a good chance to make 2 coming up ahead. But we do see a lot of long putts here with an errant tee shot.
This one's looking good. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. These putts keep the round together. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, the old course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. This is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive this green.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. So just a formality here. That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
That 3-foot circle. Obviously, you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations, lower them a little bit. There's certain distances, just take 2.
that. Settles in over the putt. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Second shot, good look at the green. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Now to double figures under par. That's a good place to be. 10 under. We'll make birdie if this drops. I like the sound of this. 11 under par for the round. Frank, what are we looking at here at the famed par 3 11th at the Old Course?
Well, the most difficult, there is only 2 par 3s here at the Old Course, and this one's called high, elevated green, and you've got to fly that bunker that protects the front of the green. That's called the Strath bunker. Really take anything on this green. You make a 2 here, you'll make a move on the field. And this one just seems to be moving a little left in the air.
Not too bad. Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
Great, too.
Beautiful. Good putt. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the Old Course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance, but long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pop bunker short, but either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. And a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, how about the bunkers here at 13? A rather ominous sounding name.
Yeah, the coffins, and they are that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. They're to be avoided, certainly off the tee. If you do, it's still a difficult hole. The second shot, unless you hit a perfect tee shot, will be blind.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. This becomes a different kind of battle out there today with these strong, gusty winds. Players will have to think, they'll have to take extra club, and this will not be easy. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Well, a nice lie in the fairway, just 135 yards left.
Should be safely on deck.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Really, this is an awkward length.
He'd settle for par here. Locked in on the read and the speed. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Just a couple of feet. That's good work. That's a good par right there. 13 under on the day. Frank, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14th?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pop bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the fourth fairway. That's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2.
I knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect, right down the middle of the fairway. Come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Big swing right there, and a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. These putts keep the round together. Well done. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Time to tee it up here at the 15th as we begin the closing stretch here at the Open Championship of the Old Course at St. Andrews.
There's a big steeple in the distance, so even when it starts to fog in a bit, if you can keep your eye on that, that's a good line off the tee. And you've got to keep it, your tee shot just short of this sort of heather, big crop of heather down the left side. It still leaves you a lengthy second shot, but really that's the safest way to try and play this par 4 15th. Very good par 4.
Couldn't ask for too much better here.
Oh, I liked that.
.135 yards of golf to be played here on this hole. Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction. And this will be fine, just a little left of the flag.
She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. This is a 9-footer. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. That's cruel, that. Hole's round. Ball's meant to go in.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Has this to save par. Did the job right there. Headed for home now, partner. The 16th hole. And what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the principal's nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the principal's office.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That shot falls. What a birdie. Doing what needs to be done. You need to make them from that distance. Frank, this really is an amazing hole. The road hole, 17 at the Old Course.
Yeah, the biggest problem really is the tee shot right in front of you. How brave are you? How much can you take it over the corner of that clubhouse? You'll see a sign in front of you, the Old Course Hotel. Ideally, you want to take it over the U in course, and that should find the center of the fairway. If you go a little further right of that, then you better hit it long.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
About 110 yards to the flagstick, and that's where the hole is, right at the bottom of it. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
A tester from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Frank, is there a more famous landmark in the sport than the tiny Swoken Bridge?
I think when you think of this game, the way in which we've followed it and covered it, Rich, over the last decade plus, no. It is just symbolic, not just with this golf course, but the game of golf itself, because every great champion has managed to make his foray across to Scotland and play the old course and walk across that bridge.
Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Second shot.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Count that for a birdie. He's made it. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. I mean, the opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.